Life can make you feel invisible. You give your best, yet you're overlooked. You try to be perfect, yet it never feels enough. But what if your worth had nothing to do with performance? What if you were already chosen, already valued, already loved, even before your first success or your greatest failure? We live in a culture that measures value by results, your position, income, beauty, or popularity. But real worth is not built on these shifting sands. You were designed with intention. You are not an accident or a backup plan. Every detail of you was crafted with purpose long before anyone noticed you. Many spend their lives chasing approval from bosses, friends, family, even strangers online. But deep joy begins when you stop performing for worth and start living from worth. You are not second best. You are someone's first choice. And when you believe that, confidence becomes natural. Even when you failed, even when emotions tell you that you're unworthy, your value hasn't changed. Just like a diamond doesn't lose its worth when buried in dirt, your identity remains priceless even when life has covered it with mistakes or pain. And because you are valued, your voice matters. For too long, pain may have silenced you. Words you wanted to speak stayed locked in your chest. But healing transforms your voice. It takes what once trembled in fear and turns it into a message of wisdom, hope, and courage. Words have power. They can destroy or heal, divide or unite. And your words, once sharpened by truth and compassion, can shift the very atmosphere around you. The same voice that cried in struggle can now speak life, lifting others from their own dark places. Imagine walking into a room and the air feels lighter simply because you are there. Not because of charm or title, but because you carry peace and hope in your words. This is influence, not through force, but through the quiet authority of truth spoken in love. Your home, your workplace, your relationships. They can all change when your voice carries the weight of wisdom instead of the residue of wounds. Environments shift when people choose to speak life instead of repeating cycles of negativity. But influence doesn't stop at words. It's in how you live. And as you walk in this new confidence, you'll begin to notice that provision, the resources, help, and opportunities you need, often comes in surprising ways. We're conditioned to think help must come from certain channels, a paycheck, a promotion, a known connection. But sometimes, provision arrives in forms we didn't expect. A chance meeting, a stranger's kindness, an idea that sparks out of nowhere. If we're too focused on the familiar, we might miss the unusual doors opening in front of us. Stay open. Sometimes the most life-changing opportunities don't look impressive at first. They may come disguised as challenges, but hidden inside is a blessing. This is why trust matters. When you stop limiting how help should arrive, you start noticing it everywhere. In conversations, in chance events, even in difficulties that force you to grow. Every moment can carry an answer if your eyes are open. True provision is creative. It's not bound by one source or one method. The same way you are more than your job title, your solutions are more than one income stream, one opportunity, or one person's help. Life's supply chain is far wider than you think. When you combine these three truths, that you are chosen, that your voice can heal, and that provision is never limited, you begin to live lighter. Fear loses its grip. Doubt starts to fade. And instead of striving to prove yourself, you start living from a place of confidence, purpose, and trust. Because when you know who you are, you speak differently. When you speak differently, you influence differently. And when you influence differently, life opens in ways you never thought possible. We often underestimate our influence. We think our lives don't make much impact unless we're on a stage, in the spotlight, or holding a title. But influence is rarely loud. It's found in the quiet decisions, the small acts of kindness, the unseen moments when no one is watching. Every time you choose forgiveness over revenge, you shift the atmosphere around you. Every time you speak encouragement to someone who feels invisible, you plant a seed that can grow for years. Every time you pray for someone, even silently, you affect more than you can measure. You may not see the results immediately, but seeds don't sprout overnight. Your faithfulness now can bear fruit long after you're gone, in the lives of your children, in the hope of a stranger, in the courage of someone who saw your example. But to live with that kind of influence, you must resist comparison. The fastest way to lose your joy is to measure your life against someone else's highlight reel. Their path is not yours. Their timing is not yours. Your journey is tailored for you. You are not late. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be for what is being formed in you. Some blessings require more preparation than others. Trust the pace of your growth, even when it feels slow, because it's building the foundation to hold what's coming. Think of a tree. The deeper its roots, the stronger it stands in storms. Your current season may feel like unseen rooting, but without it, the winds ahead could uproot you. Growth in secret is still growth, often the most important kind. And while you grow, guard your heart. Life has a way of hardening us, betrayals, disappointments, criticisms. But the most powerful people are those who stay strong in conviction, yet soft in love. They can stand their ground without losing their compassion. This balance, strong yet soft, makes you a force for good. It's why people trust you. It's why the hurting feel safe with you. Conviction without compassion becomes cold. Compassion without conviction becomes weak. You are called to carry both. Don't let bitterness creep in. Bitterness shrinks your vision and poisons your influence. Forgive quickly. Love deeply. Give freely. These aren't just virtues. They're strategies for keeping your light burning in a dark world. Because you are stepping into acceleration. The things that once took years will begin to happen faster. Doors that seemed locked will swing open. What once felt out of reach will be within your grasp, not because you forced it, but because you were prepared for it. This acceleration isn't about hype or chasing excitement. It's about alignment, the moment when your preparation meets the right opportunities. The waiting season wasn't wasted. It was shaping your capacity to carry the weight of what's ahead. And when it happens, people will notice. They'll ask how you got here, how you overcame, how you thrived despite the odds. And your answer won't be about luck or your own strength. It will be about grace, about guidance, about the one who shaped you. This is bigger than being noticed. This is about making the source of your strength known. Your story isn't just yours. It's a light for others still walking in their own night. When you shine, they see the possibility of their own dawn. And so, stay hungry for growth. Don't settle for shallow living. Keep seeking more wisdom, more clarity, more depth in your purpose. The more you grow, the more you have to give. The more you give, the greater your impact becomes. But also, guard your space. Not every invitation is meant for you. Not every voice should be followed. Learn to recognize peace as a signpost and confusion as a warning. Protect your focus. Not all good things are the right things for your path. Sometimes that means letting go of comforts, habits, even certain relationships. It's not loss, it's pruning. And pruning always makes room for more fruit. Trust the process, even when it cuts deep. Stay connected to people who lift you higher, who sharpen you, who remind you of what's important when the noise of the world gets loud. Isolation weakens you, but the right community strengthens your resolve and fuels your purpose. Encourage others as you go. Be the voice of hope in their storms, and let them be that voice for you when you feel weary. This is how we carry each other forward. And in doing so, we all rise. Because in the end, your life's impact will be measured not just by what you achieve, but by the lives you've touched, the hope you've sparked, and the love you've left behind. That's the kind of legacy worth living for. If today's message spoke to you, if it lit a spark in your heart or gave you a fresh perspective, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and share what part resonated with you the most. Your story might inspire someone else who's reading. And if you haven't already, hit that like button so this message can reach more people who need to hear it today. Lastly, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications because we're on this journey together. And I don't want you to miss the next step we take toward living with greater purpose, hope, and courage. My friends, remember this. You are not here by accident. Your life carries weight, Your voice carries power, and your presence shifts the atmosphere around you. You have been placed in this moment, in this season, for a reason bigger than you can imagine. The challenges you face are not the end of your story. They are the training ground for your victory. Hold your head high, walk with courage, and keep your heart open. The road ahead may not be easy, but it will be worth it. As you step out from here, don't just hear these words, live them. Let your actions speak louder than your doubts, and let your faith lead you where fear cannot go. Your future is not waiting for someday. It starts the moment you decide to rise, to believe, and to move forward with everything you've got. Go and shine. The world needs your light, now more than ever.